Hey guys, it's Ryan here with HobbiesofaMan once again, and today we're going to be doing our first impressions review for the One Piece live action. I've only watched the first episode. I couldn't sleep well last night and ended up waking up about 2 hours earlier than I needed to. I tried to kind of, tumble and turn until I could go back to sleep, and I didn't. I wasted about an hour doing that, and so I just decided to spend the rest of the time I had left watching the first episode of One Piece. And it was awesome. It was great. I've heard some people tear up watching the show. It didn't affect me that much, but there were definitely moments where I was like, man, this is amazing. It's crazy that this can happen, that this is this good. And overall, I think it was great. I really enjoyed this this first episode. I think it bodes very well for the series. I really hope that we get at least 2 more seasons. I think it should be, at least to the end of Skypiea, I think would be good. Although honestly, probably to the end of Alabasta is good enough. But yeah, I would kind of rate this an 8.5 out of 10. I think it was great. I think it was well done. I think the casting is wonderful. Everyone matches their type of character. Everyone looks good as the character. Everyone does a good job acting. However, I do think that there's some moments that for whatever reason feel a little bit cringy or feel like they could have had another pass. And I'm not necessarily sure that it's like a problem. I think it's mostly due to the fact that ultimately Iñaki Godoy is a pretty inexperienced actor, and sometimes some of the things that he does seem a little bit off, at least compared to some of the other characters. Like Makenyu does a really great job at being the stoic swordsman. He has a very good kind of track record of doing stoic swordsman characters and stoic characters in general. I mean, he even played Seiya as a stoic character in the Knights of the Zodiac. So he does really great with that. He has the kind of vibe to him that I like. I think it's good. And his scenes are great. There's a little bit of like what I would call like string work, I guess, or like old Asian movies that have like ridiculous action scenes. It feels like that, but it works. I think it looks nice. And I really like Nami. I think Emily Rudd, first of all, embodies the character really well. She's great. She looks great. And her outfits are wonderful. I really enjoy the different outfits that all the characters wear. I also like her kind of stoic vibe that she has early on, but I really hope that we move away from that into a more expressive character as the story progresses, because to me, Nami is someone that is very emotional and someone that can kind of shift her emotions relatively quickly. And so far, we haven't really experienced that. We've seen her be a little bit flirty, mostly stoic, and also a little bit quick-witted with some of the things that she does. She's good at lying, and she's good at talking, and she's good at stealing as well. So that's what Luffy tells her in the episode. Overall, those 3 characters did great. Their way of interacting was good. However, sometimes Iñaki's delivery is kind of weird, not necessarily bad, just kind of like odd. And I'm not really sure what the issue is. I just know that I feel like he could have said that a little bit differently. I don't think it's his accent. I'm Mexican. My dad has an accent, and I'm not off-put by them. It's not the accent. I think it's some of the dialogue feels a bit long compared to what Iñaki is kind of trying to convey with his emotions. I guess like his expressions don't necessarily match what he's saying. I guess is the best way to put it. And I think if they gave him shorter dialogue, it might be better. But, this is a work in progress. Maybe that will change through the episodes. I'm not really sure. The fighting animation or the fighting situations were good. The way that they used some of the CGI was great. I liked it. The music was by far my favorite part. I really, really liked it. And it was wonderful. I liked a lot of the music. I actually was kind of really invested in 2 or 3 of the songs. I don't really remember their names. I did look them up later, but I just don't remember their names right now. But they have this really nice like vibe to them. Like it is adventure-y, it is majestic, it is big, but it doesn't really sound like anything else. Like it doesn't sound like Pirates of the Caribbean, and I think that's great. I'm very happy that they went with something very individual, very much to them. And also doesn't sound like any of the music I've heard from the anime, although I know that some songs are relatively close to the anime songs. I think Sonia, I think is her name, talked about some of the songs that they incorporated from the anime into the show. But at least the first song, which is Well Famed Power, I love that song. I think it's great. It has this really nice, like, repeating riff that could turn into kind of a stinger for certain characters. And it also almost feels like there should be singing connected to it. And I'm guessing that maybe we will have singing attached to that song later, because it has that kind of like call and response vibe that like a Wellerman song might have, you know, kind of a like a bar song or a sailor song, right? So I think that's gonna be cool if they get around to that. We also heard Binks' sake in one of the scenes, and I liked that a lot. I really enjoyed everything. Returning back to the first part of the story though, to the first like 10 minutes or so, when Roger dies, or when Roger is executed, the last like 5 or 10 seconds felt a bit weak to me, because I feel like there should have been a crescendo to those scenes, to that moment where he is impaled, where he dies, where he finally manages to yell out about the One Piece right before he dies. But actually what they chose to do was give the like important part of his speech first, and then lower into death. Like the tension felt like it lowered into death, and then the scene where everyone's trying to run away doesn't feel very tension filled. Like it doesn't feel like everyone is scrambling to leave, even though that is clearly what they're doing. So I think they missed a little bit with the execution there, but everything else was great. I really liked it. There are some issues, like I said, but overall, the first episode was good. It was enjoyable. I liked it. I think that it works well, and I'm very happy that it does. So there you go. Those are my initial thoughts. From here, what I'm going to do is take my time watching the show. And there's only 8 episodes, and I'm pretty sure that they're divided into sections. So the first 2 episodes are arc 1, the next 2 episodes are arc 2, arc 3, and then arc 4. So that's how I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it by 2 episode arcs. So, you know, sometime on Sunday or maybe Monday, I'll have the first review, and then I'll move on from there. So yeah, thank you guys very much for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you thought about the adaptation down below, and thank you guys very much for watching. See you guys later.